so now we're going to talk about another aggregate function in Tableau, but this time, this function is going to be very special and it is very confusing. A lot of people get confused about the attribute function in Tableau. So first, as usual, we're going to understand the concept behind it, and then we're going to practice in Tableau. Previously, we have learned that the aggregate function is going to go and aggregate the numbers, the measures inside our data source. This makes sense, right? To have the total sales in the view. But now how about to aggregate the values of the dimensions? For example, the customers or the products. How to aggregate those values? We cannot go and use the sum function. In order to aggregate the dimensions, we can go and use the attribute function. So the attribute function in Tableau gonna go and aggregate the values of the dimensions of the data source and present the result in the view. But this time I would like to go and aggregate the values of the customers by the products. So in order to do that, we can use the function attribute for the customers, and in the view we can have two values. So first we have the dimension product. This one gonna define the level of details of this view, and here we have another field where we're gonna have the result of aggregating the customers, so the attribute of the customer. Here we have two options. The first one, if all values are same, then it's gonna return a single value, the same value. Or if we have multiple values, then it's gonna return asterisk. This might sound very confusing or complex, but don't worry about it, let's just follow the example. So again here, since we are grouping up the data by the products, Tableau gonna go and group up the orders by the products. So the first group for the product number 1, the second group for 2, and so on. And in the visualizations, we're gonna have only one row for each group like any other aggregate functions. So now for the first group, we're gonna have one row, the pay 1, and Tableau gonna go and check the values inside the customers for this group. So as you can see, we have the same informations in those three rows. So we have John, John, John. So we have the same value. So we are at the first options. If all values are the same, then it gonna returns a single value. That's why Tableau gonna return in the output John. So with that, Tableau did implement the first option. Let's go to the next group, so the pay 2. As you can see in the customers and the pay 2, we have here different values. So the first one is John, the second one is Maria, Maria. So we don't have same values, right? So we have different values. That's why Tableau gonna go and execute the second option, because we have multiple values and Tableau gonna return asterisk. So that's why we have here an asterisk at the results. So this is how the attribute function works in Tableau. Let's move on to the next products. Let's see that we have the P3, and as you can see, we have here again two different values, John and Maria. They are not the same. That's why the second option gonna be activated and Tableau gonna have the asterisk at the results. For the product 4, let's check. We have Maria and Maria. So we have the same value. That's why Tableau gonna go and execute the first option where all the values are same, and then we're gonna get the same value in the output. That's why we have Maria. So that's it for the attribute function. It's really simple, right? Once you have an example, then everything gonna be clear. So again, if the values are the same, like here, John, then you're gonna get the same value. And if the values are different, so you have multiple values, then Tableau gonna have the asterisk. And now you might ask what this asterisk means in the view. Well, Tableau use it as a highlight or warning for you to tell you there are more details in this field inside the customers. And the asterisk gonna help you as well to understand the relationship between dimensions, between, for example, the customers and the products. As you can see, for the product 2, we have multiple values. So it is like 1-to-n relationship. But for the product 1, we have 1-to-1 relationship. So we have only one customer for only one product. And with that, you can understand the relationship between dimensions. Alright, so with that, we have understood that in Tableau, we can of course aggregate the measures like in the sum function, but as well we can go and aggregate the dimensions inside the data source using the attribute function in Tableau. So this is the main task that we usually use the attribute function to aggregate the dimensions. So now let's go back to Tableau in order to practice this function. Alright, so now I'm going to show you a very quick example on how to create the attributes in Tableau. So let's stick with the small data source. Let's go this time to the customers. We're going to take the countries and the cities as well to the view. And now I would like in this example to go and aggregate the dimension city inside this view. So in order to do that, we can use the function attribute. There is two ways to do it, either globally and locally as usual, locally only for this view, globally for all other worksheets. So let's see the quick one, the local one. In order to do that, we go to the city over here, right click on it, and then you can find this option between the dimensions and measures. This time we have the attributes. Again, this is not the third option of the metadata that we learned before, dimensions and measures. This is simply an aggregate function that Tableau just put it between those two options. So it is not the third option, it is an aggregate function. So let's go and click on that. So now we can see from the name of the field, we have the function attribute applied on the field city. And the level of details in our visualizations is not anymore the city like before, it is now the country. So the city gonna have an aggregated value. So for France, we have Paris. For Germany and USA, we have the asterisk. So let's see quickly how Tableau did that. Okay, here is very special about the attribute function in Tableau. It's not like all other aggregate functions where we start from the data source. Here we start from the visualizations. So depends on the visualization level of details that we have inside the view, it's gonna do the calculation. So here we have the visualizations, the country and the city. So it's gonna focus only on those two dimensions. And at the start we have France, Paris, and we have 2 values for Germany and 2 values for USA. Since the country is the only dimension that we have in the view and the city gonna be an aggregation, the level of detail is gonna be the country. That means we're gonna have only 3 rows, only 3 values. So Tableau gonna show us, as we can see here on the left side, that we have France, Germany and USA. So now, as we learned, Tableau gonna go and check the values. If all values are the same, we're gonna get the same value. So for France, we have only 1 value, so it's gonna be the same value. Tableau gonna go and put it at the output. Then the next one, Germany, we have this group of rows. So we have 2 rows, Berlin and Stuttgart. We have 2 different values. That's why Tableau gonna go and put the asterisk at the output. The same for the USA. As you can see, we have here 2 different values. So we have multiple values. And for that, Tableau gonna show as well the asterisk at the outputs. And that's why we have here only Paris for France and 2 asterisks for the other 2 countries. So as you can see, this is very simple. Let's go to another example to understand the use case of the attributes. Alright everyone, so now you might ask, okay, nice, we can now aggregate the dimensions, but where do I use it in my dashboards? So what are the real use case for the attribute functions in Tableau? Well, usually I tend to use the attribute functions in 2 use cases. The first one inside the tooltip, where I want to show for the users more details about the aggregations. Let me show you how I usually do it. Let's go to the big data source, and then we're gonna go to the customers. Let's take, for example, the country, the city, all informations about the location, and as well the postal code. Then as usual, we would like to show the sales informations. So let's go to the orders and take the sales to the columns, and we're gonna show the labels and as well the color of the sales. So now we can see that the level of details of our visualization is going to be based on the postal code, since it's going to bring us to the lowest level of details. Let's say that the requirements wants us to have the level of details of the city and not the postal code. So there is 2 ways to do it. Either we're going to go and remove the postal code from the view over here. So with that, we got the level of details of the city. But now let's say that I still want to bring the postal code informations to this visual as a details for the users. So I cannot just drag and drop it, put it here. It's going to split the data, right? You can see here Paris, we have 2 values. So instead of that, we can use the attribute functions in Tableau if we still need to present the postal code informations in this visualization. So as we learned before, we can go over here and quickly switch it to attribute, or we can make it globally to reuse it in different worksheets. So let's go and choose that. So we're going to go and create a new calculated field. I'm going to call it attribute postal code. The function is very easy. It's going to be only the attribute and accept only one field. It's going to be the postal code, and it should be a dimension. So that's it. The calculation is valid. Let's go and hit OK. So with that, we got a new calculated field, a new dimension. Let's go and bring it to the view and remove the postal code. Now we can understand quickly from the view that the postal code and the city, they are almost at the same level of details. As you can see, we have always values, but only 2 countries where we have the asterisk. So we have the Paris and the Portland. So with that, we understand the relationship between the postal code and the city. They are almost at the same level, but sometimes we have more details. So in Paris, we have here 2 different values for the postal code and as well for the Portland. Now, in order to show those details for the users, either we can leave it as like a field over here as a header, or a better way, in order to save some spaces in the visualizations and not show a lot of headers, we can show it in the tooltip. In order to do that, we're gonna drag our field and drop it on the details, and then we have over here this option to configure our tooltip. Let's go inside it. Now, as we can see, we have 4 informations: city, country, sales, and our new field, the attribute postal code. But I would like to rename it in order to make it easier for the users to read it. So it's going to be the postal code informations. Let's go and hit OK. And now as the users are mouse hovering on those informations, you can see that we have more details about the city. We have the postal code informations inside it. And if we have multiple values like in Paris, we're going to have the asterisk. I usually explain it for the users. If you find the asterisk, it means we have more details about the aggregations, which may raise the curiosity for the users to go in more details analysis about the postal codes instead of the cities. And with that, we are presenting the postal code informations, even though that's our level of details in the visualizations is the city. So this is very common use case for the attribute, where you can present more details for the visualizations even if you have a very high aggregated data at the view. And for that, we use the attribute function in Tableau. But sometimes we end up like in most of the situation that the users want to see those informations. They want to see those postal codes and the sales informations for them. In order to do that, we do the following. We go and create a new sheet. And this time we're going to create a view where the postal code is the level of details. So all what we need is the postal code and as well the sales. So drag and drop the sales to the view. Let's just make it a little bit bigger to see the header informations. So that's it. Let's call it sales by postal code. So this view going to be now embedded in the original view. In order to do that, we're going to go back to our view where we have the city as the level of details. Now we want to do an embedded worksheet inside this view, inside the tooltip. So let's go to the tooltip over here and let's have a new line. And then we're going to go to this menu over here, the inserts. The first option, we have the sheets. So Tableau is going to show us all the sheets that we have in this workbook. It's going to be the last one, sales by postal code. So let's go and hit on that. Now we have embedded another worksheet inside the view using the tooltip. So that's it. It's very simple. Let's go and hit OK. So now let's go and mouse hover on those cities. As you can see, we have now a table or a view, small view inside the tooltip. So if you go to Paris now, we see now the 2 postal codes and as well the sales of those postal codes. So this is how I usually do it as a next step if the users want to see more details. But of course, this needs more calculations and more resources in Tableau to put one view in another one. If the users are happy with the asterisks, then stay with the attribute. But if they need more details, then you have to create another view and then put it inside the tooltip. Alright guys, so that's it for the first use case. We use the attribute to show more details for the users if we have a high aggregations in the view, and we use it usually in the tooltip. Alright guys, so now let's move on to the second use case where I usually use the attribute functions in my project is to check the data quality inside the data sources. Usually if you are working with the data, you have some expectations about the data quality, and if you have any suspicions, we can use the attribute functions in order to investigate the situation. For example, let's say that the expectations in our data to have only one country for each customers. So the data should not allow for some reason to have multiple countries for each customers. If you are skeptical about this information, or we want to check the quality of the data that we get, we can use the attribute functions like this. So we can go, for example, and take the customer ID, we can take the first name, last name, but now we would like to check the quality of the country. But since we have a lot of data inside our data source, it's going to be really hard now by just checking the values to understand whether we have multiple values for each customers or is it one-to-one relationship. Instead of that, we can go and aggregate the country using the attribute function. So let's do it this time by the quick way. So right click on the country and let's apply the attribute function. At the start, you might see, okay, nothing is changed, but now instead of quickly to validate the data, we can show it as a filter. So right click on the country over here and show filter. So now on the right side, Tableau going to show us all the possible values that could happen to this view. So here we have the asterisk. We have France, Germany, Italy, and USA. Of course, what is interesting is the first one. So I'm just going to remove everything and select the asterisk. Now we can see as we selected the asterisk, we don't get any data. This is perfect. That means the data quality inside our data is perfect and we have exactly one country for each customers. But if we start getting data from the asterisk, it means we have multiple values for each customers and we can investigate this situation. So this is one-time analysis for our data to check the data quality. But let's say in the next day or the next month, we got a lot of new customers and we want always to check those informations. We can go and make data quality dashboards for us or for the users to check whether our expectations is correct. Only selecting the asterisk, and we can explain that we expect that that this view is going to be always empty. If this view is not empty, then we have a data quality issue. And we can add this information in the title. We can call it data quality check. Then it's about the multiple countries. And this is expected to be empty. So if it's empty, then everything is fine. So that's all for the second use case for the attribute function in Tableau. As you can see, it's really handy for the project, right? To understand your data, to do data quality checks and so on, or as well to show more details for the users inside the tooltip. Alright guys, so that's all for the attribute function in Tableau, and with that we have covered many important functions under the category aggregate calculations. Next, we're going to start talking about the LOD calculations in Tableau. They are really interesting and important to understand. And if you like my content and you want to support the channel, then I really appreciate it if you support, like, and comment. This is really going to help the YouTube algorithm. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.